Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of WOD Doctors. In this video I'll briefly discuss why it can be so difficult to get used to eating clean when you first start a nutrition challenge or when you first go on a clean eating diet. So when you first start your clean eating challenge, chances are you're pretty jazzed up, you're pretty pumped up about the direction that's going to take you in your life. You're excited about the changes that it's going to lead in your physique and how you feel and your gym performance. And it's really kind of cool when you're first starting that journey, that sense of excitement and reinvigoration, like, yes, I'm finally doing this. I knew I was supposed to do this. I knew that I should have started this a while back, but I'm finally there. And it gives you that exciting sense of progress, that exciting sense of forward momentum in life, and it just feels good to do something good for yourself. Now, somewhere after the first week, or sometimes depending on you, after the first few days have passed, that sense of excitement, that sense of novelty in this new journey can wear off. And it might coincide with when the food hangover hits, or it might coincide with when the lethargy hits, the fatigue hits. First is that the food hangover is a very real phenomenon. If you go from the average American diet, which I often call the whatever diet, the absence of concrete rules diet, the I try to eat healthy but sometimes I don't diet that everybody you know is doing, the diet that everybody believes will help them to get lean, and the diet that leads everybody out there to struggle with their weight, struggle with their gym performance, etc. When you go from that to eating clean, the first is that it's like a hangover. The body reacts like, whoa, what's going on here? And the withdrawals from leaving sugar behind or leaving processed foods behind, the withdrawals from leaving all the chemically based foods behind, all the suboptimal foods behind, the non-whole foods, leaving those behind, your body can go into withdrawals, just like any addict leaving behind whatever chemical they're addicted to. And as such, you get first this hangover feeling for the first few days, and then after that, for a long period, up to the better part of 2 weeks, if not a little bit longer, your body gets really tired. You get really tired. And so you're thinking to yourself, this doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I'm eating healthier. I shouldn't be walking around fatigued and sleepier than I was before, just straight dragging. And, I've thought about this a lot, and I'm going to explain to you why it is that when you first start eating healthy, and I'm going to say when you first start, quote unquote, being like the first 14 to 16 days, the first 2 weeks, it's because just like when you first started learning to write in cursive, you were used to writing in script, and when you first learned to write in cursive, you weren't good at it yet, and you had to take time with that discipline, with that skill of learning to write in cursive before you were able to do it effectively, and before it became a faster way of writing for you. Or when a baby first starts walking, they're not efficient with it whatsoever, and so they fumble and they fall, and it's not until after they've been walking for a little while that they become effective at it and fast at it. So you can liken these things to how your body uses healthier foods for energy. When you first start eating healthy, there's a shock to the system, and your body goes into a reaction mode. Like, wait a minute, where's all the foods that I'm used to? And the food hangover hits because of the dramatic change in the energy that you're putting into your body. And then the lethargy hits because physiologically, your body is not yet effective at metabolizing healthier foods for energy. If your carbohydrates have been heavily sugar-based, heavily processed foods, if you haven't been eating vegetables, if you've been eating cereals and grains and whatever else, whatever kind of sugar-based thing that you've been using for carbohydrate energy, sodas, energy drinks like Monster, whatever it is that you've been used to using, your body is most efficient at drawing its energy from those things. When you switch over to a healthy eating diet, your body needs time to adapt its metabolic systems and processes to better metabolize vegetable carbohydrates, fruit carbohydrates, the healthy sources of protein, the healthy sources of dietary fat. It takes a little bit of time. I think it's about 2 weeks. I think it takes 2 weeks until the body effectively uses those energy sources. And once that switch happens, all of a sudden the lethargy becomes a thing of the past, and your energy levels just shoot through the roof, and you feel fantastic. But there is that pain period in the first 2 weeks where you don't feel energized, you don't feel fantastic, and I think that is where you really get tested. That's where your resolve, your fortitude, your desire to really make a change in your life is put to the test in those first 2 weeks. If you can get past days 1 through 15 or so, the skies part and the sun shines and angels sing, and then you start really reaping the rewards and the benefits of your lifestyle changes. So if it doesn't happen immediately, if you feel pretty crappy the first couple weeks of eating healthy, hopefully this explanation helps you to get more understanding and more clarity on why that might be. But I can tell you for sure, the path is worth it. It is definitely worth it. And it is just amazing how much different your body feels, how much clearer your mind is, how much more at peace you are in your heart, mind, and spirit when you're eating clean and you've left all the poisonous or suboptimal stuff behind. When you're not walking around with a ton of guilt on your shoulders because here I go again, I'm doing all the eating that I know is going to make me feel bad later. When you leave all of the guilt-laden activities behind, when you make yourself live 100% congruent with your goals, and then when you start reaping the rewards of clean eating, of a clean eating lifestyle, man, it's amazing how wonderful you feel, how much more energized your body is, how much more capable you are in the gym, how you feel stronger, your stamina is just unstoppable. It's just such an amazing place to be. So it's definitely worth it to tough it out and grind through that pain period in the first couple of weeks. And I always say this whenever I'm coaching people for a nutrition challenge, that something is going to go wrong. In addition to the fatigue, the food hangover, there's going to be some crazy thing that you didn't foresee. Your car is going to completely fail, or you get into a car wreck and your car is totaled, or you'll be just stepping downstairs, you'll roll an ankle and break your ankle, or there'll be a death in the family, or you'll lose your job, or your spouse will file for divorce papers. Some kind of crazy thing is going to happen. But if you can tough it out and make it through that pain period, if you can make it through those trials, what waits for you on the other end of the rainbow, man, it's wonderful. So I encourage you all, be uplifted in your heart and mind. stick to the course with your healthy eating. It's worth it. The payoff is tremendous. I'm excited to see where this all takes you guys. That's it for now at this episode of WOD Doctors. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everybody.